Well, guys, this is a good thing about coming by yourself. You can pretty much do whatever you want, right? If I want to stay here, I'll stay here. If I want to move, I'll move. Have a cup of coffee. Eat breakfast, don't eat breakfast, whatever. So last time I was out here, I drove into camp there and there was nobody there. Just nobody there at the Palms. I think that's Upper Palms. So I had the place to myself, right? Didn't bother putting shorts on or nothing. Why? There's nobody there. Then later on I moved and I was setting up my camp on this side of the road. And I saw that truck coming in and it was Dave, I think. Desert Dave. And I go, oh man, campers, right? I go, well, from there they can see I got nothing on, so if they got any objections, hopefully they camp on the other side of the road, right? But now they park at the springs and Dave comes walking on over. I go, oh man, what does this guy want? Should I go put some shorts on? Let's just see what he wants, right? Yeah, he just wanted to know if I was going to camp there, if I was leaving, because they wanted that spot. I go, no, dude, I just got here. I'm just setting up. So he was cool. They go, okay. So they camped on the other side of the road. Perfect, right? Then there was nobody else out here till about midday, and then another car showed up, and I think that was Gus. He camped over on that side of the road where they were camped, so. But one morning I was out for my morning walk, right? Got nothing on but a hat, put some sunscreen and a bottle of water. I had stopped at the little sign out there, the bulletin board, see if there's anything new, and I'm standing there reading that, and here they come walking on over, you know, from the brush. They're behind the brush there. They're coming to the can dump. There's a place to deposit your aluminum cans right there. But they're fully clothed, you know, so it was kind of awkward. I'm like, You know, they want to stop and chit-chat. Like, okay. They're like, what are you up to today? I go, well, I'm just out for my morning walk. Got to do something. I just can't sit around camp all day. So they were cool with the situation, but it was just kind of awkward. I felt a little bit awkward. Another time I was sitting in the pool there by myself. There was nobody there. This guy and this girl come walking on up, and they got their swimsuits and their towels with them, but they want to know if they could share the spa or the tub with me. I go, oh yeah, sure, you know. Yeah, so they stripped down to nothing, and we sat around there chit-chatting for a while. Kind of hot to sit in the water, but we were sitting around the edges there just talking. There's a guy and I guess his girlfriend. A beautiful, voluptuous redhead. You know, the full figure type. Very chatty, very comfortable. You know, we're all just sitting around there naked, butt naked. And that's comfortable. But I wouldn't sit in the pool with a bunch of guys. From my camp, I could see the pools, right? Yeah, I could see Dave and Gus, and there was one more guy. They're all sitting in the tub in the morning. Rub-a-dub-dub, 3 men in a tub. No thanks. It's hot. Kind of murky smelling. It's not that deep either. It's a couple of feet. guess that's a natural hot spring for you, right? It's a little murky, got a little algae growing in there. Kind of smells like mud. Mud. Do I smell like mud now? So I've seen some comments out there in different forums or even YouTube videos about the clothing optional. You know, people act like, oh, it's nothing but nudists out there. No, not necessarily. There are some, but not everybody's walking around naked, right? Hold on, there's a car behind me. Yeah, so it's clothing optional, like the sign says there at the springs, at the pools, right? So the custom is people go naked in the pools and they take a dip, a soak. Not everybody, but the majority of people do. You'll see people walk up in robes, especially when it's cool in the morning or in the evening. You know, drop their robe and get in the water. Then you see people walk up fully clothed. They'll take off their clothes and jump in the water, right? And there's some people that are just plain comfortable being naked and they'll just walk around naked. So, it's not everybody though. So you go drive through there, you're going to see people camping just like you normally see people camping, right? Except you might get an eyeful here and there. It all depends. Like I said, the majority of people keep their clothes on. Unless they're in the water. So like one day I see no one's using one of the pools. I go, great. Now's my chance to go over there, sit in one of the pools, right? So I go walking on over there with nothing but a towel and a hat on. Go sit in the pool. It's a little warm. It is like 85 degrees outside air temperature, you know, in the sunshine. So I'm just sitting on the edge there soaking my feet. And I seen this young lady earlier in the day at her campsite. You know, they're in plain view there. Yeah, she's walking around naked there at her campsite. But she came walking on over. Yeah, got in the water. We started talking about hot springs, and she's telling about all the hot springs she's been to, and the subject came up about so many people being uncomfortable with the nudity, right? She's like, I don't care. She's like, I'm comfortable. Well, I'm comfortable. You know, doesn't bother me none. Yeah, so yeah, she was cool. She was there with some guy. Her guy friend was sitting under the palm trees in the shade there with his shorts and shirt on. I go, that's kind of odd. She's out here running around naked and he's got his shorts and shirt on sitting in the shade over there. But oh well, you know, everybody does what they want and nobody really cares. Just behave yourself like you normally would, right? So I noticed that in the mornings when it's cool is when people are usually using the pools there, right? And in the evenings, gee, one evening it was just packed. I couldn't believe it. That's the best time, when it's cool. So I usually go hiking in the morning, and then later on in the day, if I don't see anybody in one of the pools, I'll go use the pool, right? I go shower, rinse off all the sunscreen and sweat, and then go sit around the pool for a little bit, relax, right? So guys, you know, are there awkward moments? Yes, there were some awkward moments while I was out there. Just awkward, nothing bad. You know, I think the second or third day I was out there, do my usual routine, right? It's around 3 or 4 o'clock. There's nobody sitting in the pool there, so I go walking on over with my towel, my hat, bottle of soap. I'm gonna go wash up. There's a shower right behind the pools there. It's open, but it's a place to wash. And I was gonna spend some time there in the pool, right? So there's somebody in the shower. I go, man. So I sit on those benches, you know, those benches I painted back in March, something like that. Yeah, so I sit there and I'm waiting. It's right there by the pool, so I'm sitting there waiting. Well, the guy gets out of the shower. He comes walking over with nothing on, you know, and he's drying off, and he sits down at the bench next to me and starts talking about him and his wife have been there for about a week and a half, and we start talking about trucks, because he's got one of those big campers on a Ram, you know, with the Cummins motor, and we start talking about Tim Bren bumpers. So, at first a little awkward, you know, oh, is this naked guy going to come over and talk to me? Nah, he was cool. Yeah, so we talked for a little bit there, discussing things about the springs and trucks. But then this guy comes riding up on a bicycle, right? He's fully clothed. He's got shirt, shoes, pants on, and they know each other, so they're talking. Well, the guy on the bicycle needs a hand. He's looking for a couple volunteers to give him a hand moving something, right? So I'm like, well, I was going to use a shower, but I'm like, okay, I'll give you guys a hand. We got to go move this like bookshelf that's in the bathrooms, and it's loaded down with cleaning supplies and books and all kinds of stuff. It's kind of heavy, right? So I go, all right. I'll tell you guys what, I'll meet you over there. Let me go put some shorts on and some shoes, my sandals, and I'll meet you over there. So I go over to my truck. I get on my Hanes camouflage boxers, you know, my favorites. Shit, I think I got them here in the truck. Anyway, yeah, those are perfect for hot weather camping. So I meet him over there at the restrooms, and okay, we just got to move it over a few inches, and this way and that way. The other guy came walking over, and he's wearing like a poncho, right? Kind of remind me of a episode from The Simpsons, you know, because he's got nothing on but the poncho. You know, poncho. It's kind of blowing in the wind. I'm like, oh man, funny, but it was cool. We moved the thing over, and I said, okay, cool. I'll talk to you guys later. Nice meeting you, all right? So I go back to my truck. I take off my shoes and my shorts. I leave them there in the truck. I get my towel and my soap and go back over to the showers, and somebody's in the shower again. Not only that, now there's like 3 women sitting there on the benches, right? And they're all shorts and tops on. And here I come walking over wearing nothing but a hat. And I'm like, this is kind of awkward. I'm like, you girls waiting for the shower? They're like, yeah. I'm like, what do I do? I go, well, mind if I sit down? They said, no, go right ahead. So I sat there with them. We started talking about Steel Pass. They wanted to drive out Steel Pass. I told them, I don't think so. I don't think it's a great idea. I told her I looked at it yesterday or Sunday when I was out there. So if you guys are going by yourselves out there. Yeah. Kind of awkward sitting around and everybody's got clothes on but you know. Oh, then we were talking about the missing man. They want to know about the missing guy, the guy that went missing out there. I go, I was out there that week. About that time, the guy that was in the shower comes out. And he was here that day too. I remember him now. Yeah. Now he's fully clothed too. He just got out of the shower. He's one of those people that walks over to the springs, strips down naked, gets in the water, and then when he's done, he puts all his clothes back on and goes walking back to his campsite. So you meet all kinds, right? So that was kind of an awkward moment there, sitting there waiting, and then these girls want to take turns using the shower one at a time. I'm just sitting there going, well, what are you gonna do, right? Look up here, right? Yeah, it was cool. Everybody was cool. Everybody's mellow. Like I said, nobody really cares. A bit awkward though. It's like, do I run, put some clothes on, or what?
There I was. I was taken to a place the hall of the mountain king. I stood high upon a mountain top, naked to the world, in front of every kind of girl. There was long ones, tall ones, short ones, brown ones, black ones, round ones, big ones, crazy ones. Out of the middle came a lady. She whispered in my ear something crazy.